This is my fucking moment. I was with my manager, John Pierre, and I was with Johnny Shipes. We went into a business meeting and it opened my eyes to something that I already knew about the way music business works, but it was just a reality check. The corporate side of music looks at everything as numbers, looks at everything as plays, looks at everything as, you know what I'm saying? Not the heart of the creativity, the heart of the artist is not what we're looking at here. It's not what the business side of things are looking at, you know what I'm saying? So went into this meeting, I didn't want to go because I don't know anything about this side of it. My manager is who you should be talking to, not me. Like, I can't really speak intelligently on this shit because I don't know about this shit specifically, what we were about to talk about in this meeting. They were like, nah, they want to meet you, they want to know who they're working for. There's myself, there's my manager, John Pierre, and there's this other black dude in the room. Everybody else is white. Start talking about Waves, the project I just dropped. I took over, I was just like, well, ain't nobody gonna talk about Waves and the inspiration and why better than me, so I start talking. I'm like, yo, I started creating Waves, somebody on the other end of this table starts talking. So I start speaking louder. So I started creating Waves, somebody else starts talking. So I look at my manager, I'm just like, I look at John, I'm like, you see what's going on here? He's like, yeah. I'm like, but if I go off, I'm crazy, right? He's like, yeah. Johnny starts talking about Waves. Everybody shuts up, starts listening. So we leave that meeting. I was very upset afterwards, talking to Johnny, talking to John. Just like, why are you upset? I'm just like, well, what were we supposed to be here for? You know what I'm saying? Like they were trying to meet Mick Jenkins, right? That's what you're telling me. If we walk away from this meeting and they tell somebody next week, yeah, Mick Jenkins is a cool guy, what do they have to base that off of? We didn't really talk to me. We didn't really ask me any questions. And when I was trying to talk, I was spoken over. Well, maybe they didn't hear you. No. I definitely spoke loud enough. So if they didn't hear me, why didn't they hear me? I was certainly loud enough. You know what I'm saying? Why wasn't I heard? I walked into that space expecting for people to be real and honest and genuine and not treat me like another number and not treat me like another plays and not treat me like another, you know what I'm saying? But that's exactly how they treated me, and that's my own fault for assuming that they wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I was just like, all right. You know what I'm saying? It showed me something that I already previous to that kind of knew, but I experienced it firsthand. And at that point, it was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I definitely have to get used to realizing that I'm in charge. Like, this is my shit. I'm signed to an independent label. There's definitely a big aspect of how we're moving and the team that we're building and how we make things move. That is very independent. Because this is new spaces, you often feel like you can't say some of the things you want to say, or you don't want to step on anybody's toes, or you don't want to come off the wrong way. And it's just like, fuck that. This is my shit. Like, I'm in charge. This is my shit. I gotta step up. I gotta say what I wanna say. I gotta be in charge. I gotta like assert myself. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? And that was one of the moments that was just like you said, it was like a fuck you moment, like to the business, to the corporate side of it. And it's just like, this is my shit. I should have been like, excuse me, I'm speaking. You asked a question about Waves, who better to tell you? I'm talking right now. They didn't necessarily need to listen to me. Why was I here? Like, this isn't my arena. Like, I can't intelligently talk to y'all about what y'all talking about, because if I'm talking about my shit. Like I said, I started to talk about Waves. You know what I'm saying? The business aspect of what we were there for, I can't speak intelligently about because I don't know about this. My business manager would know, Shipes would know. I didn't need to be there anyway. We were supposed to be meeting me though. So, okay, I came. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know Mick Jenkins personally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're in here talking about numbers. We're not in here talking about the creative aspect, and that's exactly what I was speaking about. So I think that's number one. Like, they may not have really even cared. You know what I'm saying? I think it's number two, I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm in a space where we aren't. I think that's part of it, but I think even more before that, it's just, I'm a number. Like, this is business. This is not the creative arena. We were not sitting in a creative arena. You know what I'm saying? We were sitting in a business arena.
The rappers, they just rap. They just say stuff. They just rhyme. They want to be cool. Rappers need role models. They look up to people. they're just people, just like cops. Cops aren't role models.
His albums kind of get frustrating, and I do everything myself, so I personally don't like making albums because I still feel like as an independent artist, albums are just not a good thing to release.
When the bus flipped, everybody was asleep. I was asleep. I thought I was dreaming because you bouncing around in there like you in the cage of a NASCAR.
The girl that doesn't talk about sex sent me the most sexual song ever, and he was like, well, get on it. And I was like, do you know what this is about? And then he's like, well, you're dope. You could do it.